Oh, nice
Over.
t-shirt, man.
Ah, thanks, man. Yeah, cheers.
I'm coming from Tamaki Makaurau in Aotearoa, New Zealand.
I'm residing in the lands of the Kaurna people, the traditional custodians here. All respect and acknowledgement to the traditional custodians of this place.
As a Kiwi, I'm curious about what's going on in Australia right now around the yes vote. I guess my first question is, what are Australians saying yes to? For anyone who's ticking the box of yes, fundamentally, what are they saying yes to?
They're saying yes for there to be a voice to Parliament enshrined in the Constitution.
The voice of who?
The voice of Aboriginal and Torres Strait First Nations people.
How would they then have a voice that they don't have now?
The voice that the referendum represents is a permanent voice, given that it's enshrined in the Constitution, and it's also a voice that is coming directly from Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander communities. So those communities vote for the people who would then form the representative body and feed into the voice to Parliament.
Is saying yes then saying yes to creating voting rights for Aboriginal people?
So, like all advisory bodies, they can provide advice. That doesn't come in the form of a veto power or, a voting power in the context of Parliament itself.
So what I'm hearing, what you're saying is this is saying yes to there being a voice and visibility for the Aboriginal people as traditional custodians of the land, the Indigenous people of Australia.
Yes. So there's more visibility, more tangibility of the issues or the matters that the First Nations communities want to make a priority in their voice power, and more visibility for the Australian people of what happened as a result of that. Like we said, clarifying what power represents in the context of the voice is the power of having a voice, and the power of that voice being heard and unable to be quietened, or taken out of the room. And that's what the constitutional aspect represents, because that voice would essentially be a permanent voice. So if the voice, for an example only, was to advocate for specific things to occur, sites of significance can be damaged or affected, and that voice wasn't heard and nothing happened as a result of that, then the visibility of that message and the resulting action or inaction is then more apparent and tangible to the rest of the Australian public, and then forms part of our decision-making process about, well, as an Australian person, how much am I prioritising the action that comes from the voice through the power of my vote?
So to land this, I guess what I've heard in chatting with you, Ian, is the sense that the yes vote is saying yes to acknowledging things have happened in the past and committing to collaborating on finding a way forward together. And at the heart of it, it's a principle of committing to a win-win outcome together, not committing to what that outcome will be at this point, but committing to a win-win approach.
Yeah.
That sounds like there's a good reason to say yes to that.
Yeah. From my perspective, absolutely. Lots and lots and lots of good reasons to say yes to that. Yeah.